Welcome, audience, to episode 17, 18. I knew I was going to say 18. I was. Of MVP Podcast. We have Bobbi back. This episode I am super excited about. We are talking about our current flip that we're doing. She was just in this week, went through. She's going to tell us about what she found in terms of energy and everything involved in the past and the history of this house. So I'm actually, normally we record this intro after the show. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this one before the show, so I literally have no idea what she's going to talk about, which is super exciting. And before we jumped on, I just kept talking because like all I want to know is this so information. So it kept me not thinking about the questions about the house. But
anyway, I want to do a quick shout out. There's a listener over in France, and I see you've been listening for at least, 4 or 5 weeks. Thank you so much. Keep listening. Subscribe to our Facebook page and like us.
We are going international. Yeah. I feel like we should send him something. Can we send him
know.
Something from the company?
If I can figure out who they are and where they're located. But anyway, you can email us at marcus@mvprentalsllc.org.
.net.
Oh, sorry, .net. Oh my gosh. What am I doing?
Episode 14, 18.
Yes, so sorry. Anyway, please send us an email. We'd love to send you a little something from us because we see you.
It's awesome. Thanks for listening. We're going to bring Bobbi on. Hopefully we all enjoy this information.
Wow.
All right.
That was really formal.
What?
I hope you all enjoy this information. That's very formal.
You're full of wonderful facts and useless facts. And
also, sidebar, you say every time how excited you are that I'm on the podcast again. You're really working my ego up.
I don't say that to anybody else.
No, he doesn't.
I feel really special.
I'm just super excited to come on.
Because we've had another guest back on twice.
Yep.
And he only says he's so excited for you.
I accept that.
And
I take
listeners,
that.
We are all sitting here sipping my home brewed
I didn't realize this was your homebrew.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Grew the beans and everything.
No, I didn't grow the beans.
Yes.
And I didn't crush up the beans or roast the beans. But it is
no wonder it's so good.
My homebrew cold brew.
Yeah. She's so talented.
I know.
Where did you find her?
Well, we worked at a brokerage at one point.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And then
I say that because Bobbi knows this.
Yes. And then we were just besties.
So where do you want me to start?
I am going to give the floor up to you to wherever you want to sit. I'm stepping back from the mic.
Woof. Should we turn it off?
Back.
Turn off.
I was going to say, do we want to turn it off to hold
Don't
him
turn
to
off
that?
I'm going to comment. No, where do you want to start on this one? Because obviously, I guess a recap of where the house is right now. We've got a dumpster sitting in the driveway. You can't really see any of the grounds. We've cut some trees. We've got bushes and logs.
I almost missed the driveway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
The garage is almost barren for the most part. Like, we've got anything structurally up, but we don't have any of the finishing lumber on. Nothing's painted. It's Tyvek, which, if you know what Tyvek is, it's just like that thin, moisture-resistant paper wrapping.
You're hiding dead bodies in there.
Basically is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And we do that because we have a wood burner inside.
You put dead bodies there because you have a wood burner inside?
Well, where are you going to put them? No.
Please do not come
do
after
not
us.
Take that as anything serious. No, we've got like a burner inside for heat.
Yes.
Because like as we're working like in 0-degree weather, we have to have some.
It makes perfect sense.
So we
I
wrap
just
it.
Couldn't let that one go.
The house is down to the studs in subfloor. Everything is ripped out. It's barren. Mm-hmm. So that's what you walked into. Mm-hmm. It's safe, but it's barren.
Safe is questionable.
It was safe.
You're
here.
Is that the measure?
Yep.
Huh. All right. We're going to have to talk about that. Well, I guess I start with the history, not even history, but my exposure to it, because I grew up in the area where this house is. Did we talk about the city?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I grew
a little bit. Like what do you mean?
Did you name the city? Or am I
Menomonee Falls.
Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't going to out your house if you hadn't said it already.
I already had to edit enough last week.
Oh, I'm sure. The editing that you have to do. I grew up in Menomonee Falls, so I passed this house quite a bit. And amongst all of the kids, it was haunted. Not because of actual haunting that they knew about, but because it was creepy AF. I promise I'm going to try not to swear.
It's okay.
I'm going to try really hard.
We can edit it.
But I don't want to make more editing work for her.
Thank
Weren't you not going to talk? So, you texted me that you had bought this house, and I got really excited because I've always wanted to be in this house because of said reputation growing up. Fast forward, it took me forever to get there. Like, what? I was 2 weeks delayed getting over there?
Yeah. But that was some of our doing, so it wasn't all
But
you.
also sad because I was really excited. So I drove up, almost missed the driveway, but thank you for shoveling out some of the driveway if it was you or someone
We got
else.
some of it.
It just fit my car, so that's great. Went to the back. I didn't really do much reading about the exterior at that point. Took note of the garage, but didn't do anything in the garage. So I went in, and hold on, this is why I write things down, because otherwise I don't remember the order of operations. So to be totally transparent, I shared these with Valerie.
Okay.
I told her not to tell you because you had to find out on today.
Yeah.
But she gave me one little bit of validation I'm really excited about.
Okay.
But just, she knows all this too.
Okay.
But she was under a blood contract to not share it with you.
She honored that.
I know
did
she
not
would.
Tell me anything.
I trust her. All right. So where do I start? Let me ask you guys, do you want to start with the man in the basement? Do you want to start with the floor plan? Do you want to start with the positive room? Do you want to start with...
I want to start with the man in the basement.
I was thinking the basement. I want to go like bottom up, and then we'll talk about like the floor plan and going forward.
Okay. So...
I just want the coolest stuff first.
It's all actually really cool. I am a big fan of this house. If I were single, I would totally say you're refurbing this for me because of how
Really?
good the energy is in there. From a logistical standpoint, I hate the road.
Yes.
It's loud.
Yep.
Not a fan, but that's not at all energetic. That was just logistical, but that's how much I like it. I walked away going, oh, I like this house. So the basement, there's a clear difference between upstairs and downstairs. So I'm walking down the stairs and there's a shift, which tells me that things are going to be a different tone than they were upstairs, which will make more sense when we talk about upstairs. But when I tapped into that heaviness, so as someone who reads the energy, I don't just say, oh, it's heavy, then move on. I want to ask questions. I want details. Why is it heavy? Is it clearable heavy? Is it not clearable heavy? Like at Blaine, that's okay, this might not be clearable. Why isn't it clearable? Please show me why it's not, there's that. Mm-hmm. But here it was, no, it feels like felt like a liftable heavy. So it wasn't something that I was worried about, but I walked around and it felt like there just had been a lot of discarded things downstairs or a lot of things stored downstairs. And that was just whenever there's clutter or lack of organization or things that you maybe should dispose of or give away, but you keep, and it's not hoarding, but you keep stuff that you don't necessarily need or want.
Don't go into my garage then.
Okay, noted. I really wanted to. That breaks my heart. That had collected a lot of stagnant energy, which is what clutter does, which is why a clean home is so important. But that meant that that's pretty easily liftable. The house, as far as the basement goes, because I'll talk more about what the house said. Not every house speaks, but this house did. Was very neglected in the basement. In that it didn't get a lot of the nurture that it was hoping for. But I was typing out on my phone hold on, I'll tell you what the exact phrase was. In asking further about the heaviness downstairs, saw it cluttered with material things that were disregarded. That's what I was typing. And as I typed that, someone poked my head as hey, that's not fair. So
wait, what was that?
Pay attention. Stay with me here.
I'm trying to.
If you cannot talk, that's fine, but you have to pay attention. I was typing out that statement. Did you hear me say the statement?
I wanted to hear the statement again. The viewers also, someone tapped me and said, can you have Bobbi repeat that? So I'm just... You guys can't see this. Good thing we're not on Zoom yet, because I just got the evil eyes on that one.
Are you paying attention?
I'm paying attention.
Are you fully present with
I
me?
am.
Okay. In asking further about the heaviness downstairs, saw it cluttered with material things that were disregarded. That's when someone touched my head.
Okay.
And it was it was significant enough where I was brushing the top of my head, because my first thought is that felt like a poke, but is there something above my head? Because there was some, whatever that's called, that metal casing that you put wiring in or whatever.
Like the coax? Yep. Okay.
Great, that word. But there was nothing there. So when I tapped into that, it felt similar to the man that I felt upstairs. So a couple of things that tells me. One, that, there's such a thing as an imprint, where someone has lived there for so long that there's energy just repeating and playing itself out. That's not it in this case, because whoever he is, interacted with me directly.
And how do you know it's a man?
There's a different feeling between someone who feels masculine versus feels feminine. So there's a little bit of a gray area with, say, transgender people in the ghost world, because I'm going to feel how they feel, but might not be how the world saw them. But for most cases, I'm going to know if a man feels masculine or a woman feels feminine. Does that help?
I think I can get behind that. Like my mom passed away, and I can sometimes feel just not an embrace, but something soothing.
And I don't know that I would know the difference if I hadn't read a bunch of different things. There's so much about reading energy where you have to know the difference for your own dictionary. So the way that I feel male or female is different than other readers. Some readers, for a male, they might feel tingles on the right side of their arm or on their right arm. If it's female, they'll feel tingles on the left side. Everybody translates energy differently.
That's crazy. That's really cool.
Which is also why it's really hard for people to learn, because it's not like you can grab a book and say, this is how you know what energy this is.
A plus B equals C.
Exactly. Right. But also kind of cool, because, it's unique to you. So there's a very different feeling between the two. But I had felt him upstairs as well, but more of a leftover of him. So I didn't think he was in the house. And I still am not entirely sure what's going on with him. But he appeared to be very offended that I was calling out this clutter or whatever was downstairs.
Sure.
Because it was that's not fair kind of poke.
I'm sure those things that were down there were very valuable to him.
I guess, because he was offended that's how I wrote it. But then I tried to, again, talk with him more, because I don't ever want to just read one thing or identify one thing and then stop there, because that's not really helpful to anybody. So I couldn't get a connection with him, though, which is not usual. That's an energy that is intentionally being, what word do I want to use here? Purposely escaping my awareness, which usually they're all for talking. So this man must have either been shy in life. He could have been, very religious and against the kind of work that I do and didn't want to participate in it. I've only had that happen a handful of times, but I don't have any more information on him. I know he's shorter than me, but that's it. And because he had to reach to get my head.
It's funny, you were saying that most spirits want to talk to you, and immediately after you said that, I was like, of course they do. I mean, who else have they been talking to for the last so many years? Like, of course somebody can talk
it's
to them.
True.
They want to talk back.
Yes, and they usually have been trying to communicate in some way.
If you could find my mom, she wouldn't let your ear go. She would be chatty Cathy all day, all
love
night.
It. Most times I love it. So the basement itself needs work. Both from the house energy itself, it's very neglected, not from the visual appearance, but energetically neglected. So it needs clearing. Do you know if there was anything down there, if it was real cluttered or real messy?
I saw it from beginning.
And was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That was like 4 dumpsters.
Oh, so yeah, there was stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And it was funny because when you were talking, it didn't seem like it was neglected where... like Blaine was, where it was literally just trash.
Right.
Like they just didn't want to take the garbage out. They
Yeah.
put it downstairs. It was all stuff that most of it was interesting, like old collected beer cans that they found around either the U.S. or international. Old newspapers that were specific to dates or topics.
So I probably did insult somebody.
Records that they kept in bins that they...
Yep.
Obviously one genre of music that they liked. Pictures...
That reminds me of like my ex-husband. Like he loved to collect the most obscure things, but he was very passionate about those obscure things. And I was like, this is a pile of junk. He's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, like old baseball cards, old football cards.
And he still has all that stuff.
Yeah. So it was all their stuff, but they used that whole basement thing as storage. I don't think they ever used it as like a functioning room. It just sat. And that's where I'm sure that's where you're getting the heavy, just stale energy, because it was just storage.
Stuff. But don't say that there, because apparently he'll get mad about it. That explains, though, why someone would poke me and be like, that's not fair, when I wrote disregarded. Because clearly with that level of care. And
it wasn't like it was in disarray. Like magazines were in this corner, and then over here, and stacks of newspaper, and stacks of whatever collecting, and stacks of china. Like it was all like organized.
But a lot of
there
stuff.
Was just so much of it.
Yeah. And that's what's hard about anyone in their own space. You know, we store things, whether it's holidays or things that we don't use very often, but you still have to make an attempt to clean it, maybe move it around once in a while. Otherwise you're going to that's why no one likes basements, because the energy just sits down there and that's it. And it feels gross, whether you're a reader or just, I was going to say a normal human, but honestly, I think, I feel like
it's a different show.
Yeah.
But everyone has the ability to read energy. So whether aware that you're reading it or not is a better way to say that. That's why basements are awful, because no energy moves and it feels gross.
Glad I don't have a basement then.
How do you not have a basement?
There's a crawl space underneath my house.
That's okay.
But there's no actual basement. Like there's 2 steps down to my laundry room, but that's it.
I hate crawl spaces.
I do too.
For the same concept, there's just no way to move the energy.
Well, there's nothing down there besides pipes. So, I mean, there's not much to worry about besides whatever critters get underneath there, but...
Or energy getting stuck.
Well, okay.
There's that too. I'm sorry, I don't mean to give you something to worry about.
No, I have all this stuff going on in my head. Thanks, Bobbi.
We can easily fix it, don't worry. So the basement was the worst of the house, honestly. And now I feel bad that I insulted the man. I might have to go back and apologize. I don't like insulting them. I should have been more careful with my words. I'm a neat freak. Like, I don't know if you guys know different astrology things, but as a Virgo, I am a perfectionist neat freak. So anytime I see a bunch of stuff, I go right to, oh my God, this is so cluttered and gross. So I should have chosen my words better.
I'm Aries. I'm just very bullheaded.
I think that's great.
It worked. It's worked for me in business. So I don't know. What are you, Marcus?
I am male, and I have no idea what that means. So I don't know what my sign is.
Yeah,
I was born early March.
You liar. You said it during dinner.
Yeah, you guys talked about it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but you gave your sign.
I didn't. You told me what it was. What was it?
I did not.
Early March.
Not an Aries. He would be...
Aquarius or Pisces?
Oh,
aren't you a water sign? When's your birthday?
My mom was a Pisces.
Early March.
March what?
Early.
Part of like March 7th or something.
My mom was March 13th.
March zodiac sign. I know you don't like presents. Yeah, you're in. So I was wrong. You're an Aries.
I knew I was an Aries.
Early March?
Your March baby zodiac sign will be a Pisces or Aries.
Yeah.
So
he's probably Pisces.
Maybe that's why I'm so confusing, because I'm both. Inner conflicts.
That would make sense. Because Pisces go in the opposite direction.
Oh.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Are
That's
you
normal for me?
Before or after the 21st?
Before the 21st.
Okay, so March babies who arrive before March 21st will be a Pisces.
Yes.
So I was right.
This way. He's just going this way.
That tells me so much about you.
That's my norm.
So, I put my notes away. The basement was my least favorite part, not because it's bad or evil or where are my notes? I can't talk and do at the same time.
That's fine. I'm going to research what Pisces is so we can talk about it tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. But I will read on it. I've got some time tonight.
You're supposed to be reading on warm bloods and different types of horses to be my trainer.
Too.
And you've been slacking. I might have to fire you.
I've been reading, though. That's a positive.
True.
Like
As
I
your
used
practitioner,
to
I'm proud.
read so much, and then with everything going on, that's the first thing that left, other than physical fitness.
Oh my God, both of those things have been slacking drastically. In
Now they're
life.
back in my life, feeling better, but I will read more on horses. I've been reading more. Like I told you, the 4 Hour Body.
Oh yeah.
Same guy that wrote 4 Hour Work Week. It's been good so far. I like it.
I like Tim Ferriss, so I bet it's good.
He is.
I just can't get on board with that generalized information.
It's a start. Gives me things. It's like
we
Wikipedia.
so talked about this last time.
It's like Wikipedia. When I was in college, like I use Wikipedia as a starting. I'm not going to reference Wikipedia as my source, but it's got other information where I can like, oh, that concept. Now let's go find like a peer-reviewed article or an experiment or something that's backed where you can analyze that. So that's what I'm using it as. It's just like a starting point of like, oh, that's an interesting idea. Let's research that.
We could go on a whole tangent about this.
I know. Next show.
I'll refrain.
Bobby will be back in 1 month. We'll talk about books that I'm reading.
And he'll be really excited that I'm back.
Yep.
Really excited.
Okay, so
whatever, guys. It's always fun when she's on. I'm subtly getting crap because every time she's on, I'm super excited because I think the shows are awesome, and now I'm geting crap for it.
No,
I'll stop being excited. I'll stop being excited for you, Bobby.
That would make me really sad. Okay, so any questions about the downstairs? As far as like your job, the only thing I want you to do is make sure there's a freshness down there. So whether it's you put a fresh coat of paint on the walls, make sure you vacuum out as much of it as you can. I don't feel, unless there's a structural need to, like you have to do anything other than just give it some love down there.
So we are replacing windows.
Great. We
are framing out the basement because right now it's just block. So we'll be putting up drywall.
Oh, good.
And finishing the ceiling. Like it's that area down there we want to be like kid zone family room. Because we're going to utilize that. There's a fireplace downstairs that has never been touched, I'm sure, in like 2 decades. So we're going to clean that all up, clean up the floors, clean up the walls, make that, like have a little bar area. The wall that is facing that gas station, we're going to put obviously plants up, but we're going to blow out that wall and put an egress window in to make like more sunlight come in. Because that's actually where the sun is. I think that's facing east. Yeah, it is. So that's where I want the sun to come in. So we're opening that window, that wall up.
So excited.
So, yeah, it'll be lively.
You're going to get really excited based on what I have to say about the upstairs. The house is going to love that.
Good.
So when I walked in initially, the outside, I don't know if I want to talk about the outside quite yet, but how you feel looking at the house is dramatically different than how you feel walking into the house. That's the first thing I noticed walking in. And what's so interesting is you can walk in somewhere like Blaine, where it's down to the studs, and you can walk into this place, and I mean, the feel is kind of the same. You see animal hair and dirt and grime and who God knows what else. But Blaine is like, get me the hell out of here. Shit, I have work to do. Oh, sorry. Sorry, please just beep that.
We got editing to do.
Beep that. But it's I don't want to be here. You know, you have that feeling in the same exact kind of visual, and then I could stay here all day. So I think that's really interesting. But so you walk in, I'm trying to remember the first place I went. So I go in and I ask for me to be directed to wherever wants to talk, essentially. So we started in the front of the house. So if I'm looking at, and I have to describe things by like where they are in relation to the front door, and I'm looking into the house, just so you know, because I'm directionally challenged. I'm not going to give you a north, northeast, whatever.
I can't do that either.
Thank you.
Oh my God, even like my street, even though I know like East Wisconsin Avenue is that way and West Wisconsin Avenue is that way, I'm still like, where's north and I mean, I know north, east, south, west, but I can't.
I know. I'm typing that out, and I'm like, Marcus is going to make fun of me. $20. Are you going to make fun of me?
No.
Oh, fantastic.
No, I was laughing because in my head I have like a joke, but I'm trying not to talk.
You're doing really good. Do you want a sticker?
Do you have any gold stars?
I don't.
Say the joke. Get it out of your mouth.
I was driving, and this was in college.
It sounds like a story, not a joke.
Well, it was a joke in the time, but I have to tell you the story of the joke because the joke didn't come up. But I'm on my GPS, and I think this was right when like Surrey came out, and it's giving me directions like at Green Tree Lane, take a left. but I changed Surrey to be a male. And they were like, oh, I didn't know you could change the voice. And I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to have a girl give me directions. That would not make sense.
Oh.
And the baseball guys hung out with the softball girls. We had softball girls in the back. I said the joke strictly intentionally to get a rise out of the softball girls. That is literally it. I don't believe that. Females, you give great directions. It was just a joke.
I'm going to throw this at your head.
Oh
It
my
was
God.
literally just a joke.
I
got the rise that I wanted to. It was amazing. It was fun. I apologized. It was all in good fun.
Oh my God. But I will
That
have to
was
tell
it.
my husband that joke tonight.
I went on. I elaborated and kept going with the joke. Turn left at the pretty green tree. It was strictly a joke. I'm not serious with it. It was just funny.
I have an Australian man as my GPS voice.
My husband has a British woman as his voice.
So clearly he's okay with women giving him directions. He's very modern,
Yes.
your husband.
I know. He's
Unlike someone else at this table. What is your current voice on your GPS?
I have a case of the giggles now. I don't know.
What's the question again? Surrey, what is 2 plus 2? Oh, I gotta
'Cause
turn
he
my
says-
volume on. We'll
It's what he
edit that out.
says Surrey,
I
not
know.
Siri.
It's Siri.
Surrey, what is 2 plus 2?
That would be 4.
My guy knows math too. It is Surrey.
We're going to let that one go.
It's not Siri.
So we're going to get back to the house. The whole reason I'm here.
What's your name?
I'm Siri.
Siri.
It is Siri.
Us women,
Whatever.
we know things.
Your name is now Surrey.
I'm Siri.
No, you're not. We're gonna edit that out.
No, we are not. 'Cause
Let's keep
that
going with
just-
the house.
The whole proof in case there. All right. So, where I was directed first, I have to recover from that, right in front of the front door. So I'm looking, there's a fireplace there, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing, and this is when the house started talking to me, which is really exciting. Look at her now. She's got giggles. The house started talking first. So that's usually my first gauge. Are we talking to the house? Are we talking to energies within the house? Are we talking to energies around the house? What are we talking to? So it was the house itself, which isn't all that surprising because of the material used on the exterior. Is definitely going to create some juju. I'm just not going to look at you from now on, and it's not like a bad thing.
What was the material on the exterior?
What is it exactly?
Are you talking about the actual exterior?
Yes, the actual exterior.
It's like a fake log wood type.
Gotcha.
It's wood, but it's not real like log that you'd see a log home. It is
But
made to look like a log home.
It's wood.
Gotcha.
So you're going to find this with any sort of natural,
Covering?
siding. Siding
Siding.
is the
There you
technical word. And it doesn't, I don't really care what kind of wood it is, honestly. Although sometimes that can be good to know because it will give you a certain flavor of energy. But fake wood looking stuff is not going to help me in figuring out the specific kind of energy. So good job staying quiet, even though I'm poking at you. Look at that. Do you see that face on him?
Good job, Marcus. Good boy. Good boy.
This is the hardest thing I've ever had to do is just not talk on a podcast.
So it's not surprising because you're using natural elements, and those natural elements are going to inform the energy within the house. So the house started talking with me, and honestly, the best thing I can think to explain it as is the house is akin to a mother that hugs everybody when they walk in. And it gave me goosebumps, and that's why I wanted to stay in there the whole time, because the house desires to nurture the people within it.
I walked into one
See, I
house
had goosebumps talking about it.
before previously. That's exactly what I felt.
Yes.
I felt like I walked in there and it gave me the biggest hug in the world. And that's why I married my ex-husband, because of his house. I know, it's crazy. It was.
I'm not going to question your logic.
The only house that ever felt like a home to me, and it was great. We raised our
And
kid
that-
there for
it can happen.
3-4 years, and then it didn't feel like home anymore. Bye.
You're fantastic. No, I lost my train of thought. So it felt like a mother hugging you. And so the communication was very much in that way too. Okay, we're going to go over here. Let me tell you about this. So the first place the house took me was to behind the fireplace where the attic was open.
Mhm.
And this is the thing that Valerie validated for me, so I can't fake surprise when you tell me your answer. But I'm really glad she told me what she did. The attic was dying to be built out. There wanted to be built out in the attic. It didn't want to just stay as what felt like useless space when it wanted to be used. And so I wrote that down. I'm thinking, I don't even know if Marcus is going to listen to me, because if like that's not in the budget, I just added lots of money to the budget. But I'm glad that that's in the plan.
That is the plan. So that's crazy.
Yes.
And it gets weirder, but I'm going to let you finish.
Okay. So I'm really proud of you. You're letting me finish. I don't know what that head motion is, but it's the second time you've done it. Now the third.
He's like shrugging with his shoulders and tilting his head.
Can you narrate all the body language?
And I think that means, okay, go ahead.
Just doing what I can to facilitate a great podcast, as a good host would do.
I have
this
so
is-
many sassy comments running through my head, but I'm not.
This is like the one and only podcast where he ever does not talk, like continuously throughout the podcast. Normally it's the two, the guest and him, and then I'm just kind of sitting here like chiming in when I can. But on this podcast, I get to talk. This is
I'm really
fabulous.
glad that you're included in this.
Thank you.
It wouldn't be the same without both of you.
Cheers.
So what we're going to do, and this is off the cuff, Natasha, we are going to, on Instagram and Facebook, do a little survey. Should Marcus keep talking, or should he talk less? And people can vote on what they want
I
to
need
hear
a third
from the
option,
podcast.
or should Bobby
Talk.
talk all the time?
Well, you're not always on here. Can we add a fourth? Because
Yeah.
we could do talk more, keep talking the same amount, or talk less, and then a fourth button of bring Bobby on more.
I'm good. Yeah, I can, that's good. As long as I'm accounted for.
Yeah, I like it.
Fourth button, should Bobby become co-host?
Co-host. Wow, my
Yes,
responsibility has come up
Am I
quite a
getting
bit.
kicked out of my position?
Oh,
no, there's
hell
just,
no.
we're going to bring more people on. It's going to become a
Okay.
panel.
Oh God,
It's
we're
gonna-
gonna need more mics.
So I'm really glad. And that I was dying to ask, and I couldn't wait. I know I was supposed to, but I asked if you were changing the floor plan, because I also have other changes I want you to make. So
Keep going.
going back then to the front of the room, because that seemed to be where the reset was. So I like the energy in the front of the house. But that's where the house was constantly directing me back to say, okay, now this is where we're going. Next spot I went to, was it... Oh, yeah, we have to talk about the floor plan in general. So attic actually came second. The first thing I noticed was that the floor plan was really clogged. And it was like the house wasn't able to breathe like the way it wanted to, essentially is what it felt like. And so there was a desire from the energy of the house to be more open. I'm not saying you have to go open concept, but there has to be some intention into how do you flow through this house? And does it feel like you have breathing room in the various areas of the house? Because right now it felt like she was suffocated almost. So that was the first thing that she pointed out. It was more, and the house was very polite in that it'd be really nice if, there was just a little bit more space in here, versus other houses I've heard that this has to change or I'm going to make their life a living hell. So it was very nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
For a pleasant energy. But again, that mama bear kind of feeling, it matches. So please change the floor plan to adjust to those things. Do you want to say
Absolutely.
something?
No, we are changing the floor plan.
Fantastic.
So that wall in between the kitchen and the living room. So you're.
I don't know where the
You're
living
at the
room
front
is.
door looking at the fireplace.
Yes.
Off to the right, there's a
Yes.
wall that's you just see studs.
Yes.
That's gone.
Okay.
So there's going to be openness from basically
Do you
the
have
kitchen.
the blueprint?
Yeah, I can show you.
thing?
Do you want to see a picture?
Not
Okay.
yet, but when I'm done.
I'll send it to you. Yeah. So from the kitchen to the dining room, living room, it's going to be completely open.
Fantastic.
The front door where it is now is actually shifting 10 feet ish to the left,
That's what Val said. Yep.
and that's going to be like a mudroom entryway. So you're going to go into this foyer. Left is mudroom, right is
Is the mudrib closed in?
yes.
Can we put a
That
picture of the
section is.
floor plan on our Facebook post?
Yes, I will send that to you.
Thank
So everybody
you.
can see kind of
Yeah.
take a look at that floor plan, then listen to this podcast so
Yeah.
that you can see like where she's at in terms of what you're talking about. But yeah, that's all open.
Stop there, though. I don't want to hear about the rest.
Got it.
Because I still have more rooms to get through.
Got it.
All right, so... Oh, I still had it open. Good thing I didn't delete all my notes.
Whew.
All right, so looking into the house from the front door to the left.
Front door.
There's another room there.
The front door is to your back?
Yes.
Left? Okay.
So there's a couple of spots where I could feel the last occupants of the house. This is not the house energy itself. It's just leftover. Remember I explained imprints? It's imprints of what occupants of the house were going through. So I'll say it, but no, it's not concerning in that it can be cleared. I'll talk about what I need to do to clear the house after, as long as you pay attention and get off your phone.
I am. I'm actually on Instagram trying to promote people listening to the show.
Look,
I'm listening.
I look good today. You can take a picture.
Yeah, the last time I took a picture and did one of these Instagram, like,
I
listen to the
saw.
show.
And she looked
was like,
beautiful.
How dare you?
I was pissed.
I suppose I'll accept it.
I am
All right.
listening.
I know you're listening.
Okay.
But you know what I mean when someone's on their
I
phone.
know. I know.
All right.
I'm off.
Just see what you
Sorry, Instagram world.
I require full
Signing
attention.
off. I'm off.
I'm very needy, it turns out. I have to have your full attention.
Don't talk. Don't go on your phone. Sit and look at me.
She's allowed to be on her phone. I saw this, yes. That's actually the picture I put for your...
That's what I just took. That's it.
I
Oh.
know. That's what he just took.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm trying to get people to
I'm
listen.
looking at you.
I'm trying to get
I'm
people
not
to
yelling.
listen.
All right,
As I said
so...
before, I'm excited.
Okay. Anyway, can I continue?
Yeah.
I stole your last one because you were currently an M in my phone, and I like seeing faces on my phone, so I used your last one as your contact photo. But apparently you're quite obsessed with this view with yourself.
I don't know. We got to get on Zoom so people can
Selfie.
see
I
faces.
know.
And
I almost went live while in this house in my group.
Oh my
that would be
gosh.
fun.
But I didn't. But we'll have to do that at some point.
Next time.
Okay, so the left.
Yep.
Were you paying attention?
Yep.
When I said that's
You could
imprints?
feel, yeah.
Okay, I'm proud. Good. The bedroom itself, my back started to hurt. I was frustrated and my heart started to pound and I got dizzy, which for me is a signifier of heart issues or some sort of circulatory issues. I'm moving towards heart because of the chest hurting. A chest tightening, that is just emotions in a house of a negative nature. But that actual pounding sensation is usually an indication of what was happening to this individual physically. Plus, coming off balance can mean a couple of different things, but coupled with the heart pounding is circulatory problems. So that was the same sensation that I got downstairs. So when the guy poked my head, that heart pounding and dizziness came back. That's how I linked the two. Because I never saw completely what he looked like downstairs. I didn't see anybody in this bedroom, but I was linking the physical sensations. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the back hurting, that's hard to tell with just a back hurt. It could be that they had a back injury of some sort or arthritis, something with the spine. But it could also be clogged up energy. That's hard to translate with just the sensation of a back hurting. So then that room, though, that's a really easy clear because it's just an imprint. That just requires me to come in and clear it out. So where did I? Oh, yes. So then we move to the hallway, but where? Which one is my question? And I'm calling it a hallway because that's what it looked like to me. You have the hallway by the attic. Isn't there one right here too, like a small one? Or is it the only hallway here?
Yeah, it kind of, like behind the fireplace, there's that long main.
Yes. But is there
the
another
long
one?
main hallway. And then you could turn left and then you get into you could either go left back into the main family room or you can go straight into that bedroom.
Okay.
That's like the only two kind of hallway areas.
Right around in that area. It would have been right at closer to, if you're looking into the house, closer to the left side of the hallway. But I felt a younger male in that area. So I don't know if teenagers were raised in the house or not. But it felt, again, I'm going off of feels here. It felt like a teenager. There's a certain level of, what are the chances you have teenagers listening to this podcast?
Very high.
Okay. The stage of development that a teenager is in has a very certain feel to it, and that is what I felt there to establish that age range. I'm thinking probably like 14 to 16 age span. But he felt very depressed to me. He was really, really heavy. So this is, did I specify? I just said mental health struggles. And so that the right side of my head started to pound. So I talk about how my body signifies different energy translation. Right side of the head is mental health problems. If I had to put a label on it, I would have put depression. It didn't feel like anxiety or bipolar or schizophrenia or anything like that. It just felt all-encompassing sad.
And please, if any of our listeners are struggling with any mental disorders, please do not hesitate to reach out to any hotlines or mental health professionals.
Excellent statement. Just making sure I didn't leave. But it wasn't so potent that I could dig into, what impact did it have on his life? Or did it ever go away? Why was he depressed? But I just felt brooding would be a good word, which teenagers don't get insulted. It's not uncommon for me to feel a brooding teenager energy in a house, but this was really quite twisty in nature. So there was that, but then it was a little bit like an emotional roller coaster because I went into the room that was behind that front room.
So that would have been the second bedroom on the main floor.
Okay. So in there, I felt more of a younger female. I can't describe young here, give you an age range for it. But it was such a dramatic difference. We went from heavy and, this brooding kind of sensation to light and positive and like all the good aspects of a cheerleader kind of, wanting to cheer people on and support people and contribute, like that kind of feeling.
That just makes you want to do spirit fingers.
I'm holding back. Like there's so much I want to illustrate with my arms here, but I won't.
I was a cheerleader in high school. It just
so
brings me right back here.
I'm glad that could bring some stuff in for you.
Thank you.
But that all felt really, really good. It was just noticeable for me to feel the difference between the two. And those are the only two younger energies I felt in the house. It was the younger male with whatever mental was going on, and the younger female. I wrote down very bright and positive.
So
that's how I described it.
Completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
Literally emotional whiplash.
Whew.
Yeah, it was. I had to adjust for a second because it's not usually that dramatic.
Oh my gosh.
So that was pretty cool. All right, and then behind that room.
Yep.
Okay.
Which would be like the master, or what do they call it now? We can't call it a master. It's
Why not?
We're in 2020.
He's not going to get into the political.
The largest bedroom of the house?
No, they call it something now.
Let's find out.
I don't. It's the master bedroom.
All right, so
Cancel culture. Edit that out, please.
So anyway, so then that room behind felt. Do you know if they had a TV or anything in there when you went in there?
In the master?
It's called the primary bedroom.
The primary
primary
room?
bedroom.
Okay. Yeah, that.
Okay. Was there anything electronic?
I did not see that.
Was it all gone by the time you got there?
The bedroom was cleared out. Yep.
Okay. So the main issue I had with that bedroom was not so much the people that were in it, but what filled that room. And it felt the same kind of heavy buzziness that a lot of electronics would have. So usually I associate that with TV. It could also be medical equipment. It could be, like a CPAP machine. It could be a noise machine, whatever. But whatever was in there that was producing some sort of electronic feedback created just a denser, I don't know what to use here, denser energy. But again, easily clearable. But knowing that would be a room that I would suggest to people that it would need to have like a crystal grid or something, because clearly energy doesn't get recycled out of that room really well. Mm-hmm. So you have to help it along, because there's no reason a bedroom should have leftover electronic fields to it. You should be able to clear that out easily through movement and open windows. Was there windows over there?
Yeah, there's 2 bedrooms in that room.
Okay. So not knowing that there's windows there and, there's ways for it to clear and that's still there.
I don't think those windows open.
But they're see-through.
I don't know how energy works. Like, do you need to like literally open up?
I need the sun in the room.
Okay, because I know at Blaine you were
It's
saying
a
like
whole other conversation.
open up windows and get
We were trying to get rid of some bad juju.
right, and that's why I was just bringing that up. That I don't think the windows actually open. So
Well,
I
and
don't
you
know
took it
last
to
time
the
they've been
extreme
open.
and took the whole roof off.
Well, yeah, you said there was bad energy, so I ripped the roof off.
That's really the only reason why, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. But really, it was helpful. As long as sunlight comes in, that's the primary goal. When you're actively clearing a space, then you want to be able to open windows. But I'm looking for sunlight.
Gotcha.
You fascinate me every time you come in here.
That
Like
makes me happy.
I'm just like gobbling up the information. I just want to like follow you around like a little puppy dog and just like pick up the little snippets that you drop behind you that maybe I can learn something from.
You can not puppy me, but we can be friends.
I have a new friend, everyone.
So that's an easy clearing though. But again, when you're looking at the maintenance of a house, you want to look at where the energy naturally gets clogged. And that is a space where we'll need to keep an eye on.
Okay.
All right. And then,
Because that is going to stay as the primary bedroom. So we do need to focus on that one.
and not everyone's open to crystals, so there's only so much you can do. But
Well, the new owner wouldn't know whether you use crystals in there or not, right?
they're supposed to stay in there. When you set up a crystal grid, it's in the corners
I gotcha.
of the area that you're trying to work with, and then they stay there.
Got it.
Which is what I'm thinking that you need for your crawl space,
Oh,
just for the record.
Thank you.
A little bit different than a grid, but we'll get you taken care of.
Nobody would see it.
Right.
There, which is fabulous.
But the energy from the crawl space is still going to inform this
Yes.
floor.
It'd be funny though, like if somebody went down there one day to like do work and they're like, "What the hell is this?"
Okay,
Or,
sidebar.
What the heck? Sorry.
Both times we've sold our house, so once in Cudahy, once in Franklin. I always have to have the conversation with our realtor. What do you want me to do about my altar? Now, it's not like a religious altar. It has all of my crystals on it.
Yeah.
And it's the place where I go to for meditation, for reflection. And so there's really nothing taboo about it. It's just where I collect all of my energetic things. And each time we've said, just leave it. We'll see what happens.
Oh boy.
In the first house in Cudahy, they had made a comment, "Oh, she's into that. What is
Whoa.
that?" And then the second person we sold to was super giddy because she was into all of it. She
Oh, I
actually
love
owned a
that.
shop that used crystals and everything.
That's really cool. It was meant to be.
I love when people get a look into my life and they're like, "What is that?" Like, I think that's fantastic.
I love
Please
it.
go out of your comfort zone.
Yes.
I think that's great.
absolutely.
All right, so we talked about the external material of the home. Oh yes, and the trees around it. Are you taking down any more trees?
Yes. It's not because I want to. They're overreaching on the roof.
You
Like,
can't just
it's-
trim the trees?
The dead ones that are
Oh, if they're
hanging
dead.
over-
No,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dead
yeah.
I don't mind.
We're not cutting down live trees.
Okay.
There are some live trees that we do need to cut down because where they're placed. But the ones that we're taking down are primarily all dead ones. We've trimmed as many live ones as we could. We had a live tree resting on the ridge of the garage. Like, we couldn't trim the trunk that was stretching over and resting on the garage.
Okay, so a big reason. So we talked about how the material of the home creates good energy within the home. But also part of that energy are the trees around it. It's basically bubbled in trees, more or less.
Yep.
Dead trees don't apply to this. Dead trees they've run their course. They're ready to go, whatever. Live trees can really impact the energy negatively. So
If they're taken down.
if they're taken down, how we mitigate that is to thank the tree. So you're going to look like a crazy person, but I'm going to come after you if you don't do this.
Okay.
You can hug the tree if you want, but all you need to do is touch the tree and thank
Marcus
it
was
for
petting
its
the tree.
and petting. Do whatever you want. You just need to make contact with the tree, thanking it for the work that it's done on the property, explaining to it that it's being cut down not out of malice, but for human necessity.
Did I remember that there was a fireplace inside
Yes.
the house? Could you cut down the tree and like use some of that wood for firewood, like
That would
season it
help.
and dry it?
Yeah. All the stuff we cut down is going to, like, we're building a little,
Wood box.
like a fire pit in the backyard. And all the wood that we cut down is going to be split and ready for
Because
the
that would
owner
be like
to
a
use.
really nice homewarming present too.
Well,
Yeah.
burning anything is also really good for the full cycle of energy. But give gratitude to the trees.
I will.
Even, can I get your promise?
I promise. I
All
will.
right.
We had a tree that split. Like there was a windstorm and it was a massive tree.
Yeah.
It split in half in our backyard. We now use that for our firewood.
I'm really glad it
our
didn't do
fire
any
pit.
damage.
Oh my God. It missed our entire house, and it missed there's a little overhang on our back door, and it missed that by 6 inches.
Man, we have a dead tree in our backyard right now that I am just crossing my fingers doesn't come down before we can get it removed, because it's so tall that it's either going to take out our new fence, which is a cedar fence, so let's talk about price,
No.
or it's going to fall into our house or the neighbor's house or the neighbor's house. No
boy.
way it's going to fall where it's going to be a good situation. We got to get on that.
Yeah. So, yeah, the dead ones are going to go. We are planting new ones, but there's a couple on the east side of the house that are going to have to go because they're
East side of the house.
gas station side of the
Thank you.
house. Where
Women don't give good directions, so I need some help.
it is growing up, and then it's actually reaching over the roof where, a good windstorm, that thing's coming down.
And there is a genuine need for it, but anybody can do this. If you have to cut down a live tree and you want to mitigate the negative effect that can have, you thank the tree. You give gratitude, specifically for the energy it's provided to the home, because trees give so much energy. And then explaining that it's not out of malice, that it's for our human world rules and conditions.
Yeah.
But in Franklin, I had an 800-year-old tree in the backyard, and I cried when I had to leave that tree, because that tree gave so many messages that helped me in life, and it helped so many of my students, and it was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Franklin was so cool. That was the original homestead for that area, that farm.
Wow.
And obviously everything got split up and built into a neighborhood, but that's why it was the oldest tree, because it was the original homestead.
That's really cool.
It was so cool. I miss that tree. Okay, but the trees are a big part of why that house feels good, which is why I was a little nervous when you said you were cutting down trees.
Yeah, we're keeping as many as we possibly can.
Good. I did not feel a gas station at all, which is good. I expected to be very distracted by that, not because of the gas itself, but because of the constant flow of people. I didn't feel any of that. I did feel a little bit of the road, but I couldn't separate the fact that I was annoyed by the road noise from if I was actually feeling the road. So that the jury is out on the road.
I have a question. Do you feel like you didn't get the gas station, and I know water plays a big part in energy, dividing the house, there is a big gap between the house and the start of the gas station, but it's also divided by a little river water area. Do you think that could be what's separating?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was honestly quite surprised I couldn't feel the gas station. I was most worried about the gas station because there's so many people coming in and out of that, and in all various states of life and in a million different states of mind. But I felt none of it.
That's good.
I thought so. I was really pleasantly quite surprised by that. All right. Any other? Oh, yes. So this is the part that's really exciting. And I wrote this down before you said it. It wants to be a family home. So it wants to be designed for kids. And so it can nurture kids and help a family bond and grow.
So maybe you make another rock wall going down there?
I bet I could do
talking
that
with
going
Brad?
downstairs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's why I got so excited when you said that's what you were doing in the basement, because that's what the house wants. It doesn't necessarily want to be, it would be, but it doesn't want to be a home with just a couple that never wants kids. Could be a couple that is expecting, or an existing family, or a blended family, but it specifically wants adults in a relationship with kids that are younger and are intending to be raised there in some capacity. It wants to be a family home.
Okay.
The other really cool thing about that house, it was freezing. And I did not anticipate in my head that it was going to be cold. But, I have a down jacket.
Yeah.
But I probably should have brought a scarf and my mittens and maybe a hat. I did not. I had a scarf. I take that back. I did not have a hat or mittens. And I was warm in that house. I did not get cold, which warmth in terms of energy means there's a lot of energy. Because I felt good in that house, that's a lot of good energy. Now, if you were warm and you felt sick to your stomach or you felt unsettled or whatever, that would be too much bad energy. But because I could just sit here all day. I'm just going to stay right here and Marcus can just deal with it. That is fantastic.
Good.
That's it. That's all I have for you.
That's awesome. I loved it. That was really cool.
Good.
What's the next house you're going to do?
Any house you put in front of me and I'll do it.
I love it.
I actually walked away from that one going, this is why I love to work with properties, especially houses that talk to you and talk about the intention they have for the occupants and how it would like to be designed. Like, I love that. Because if we can work with the energy of the home, life is freaking phenomenal. Because then you have the energy of the home constantly working for you instead of feeling like you're in a battle of, well, it just doesn't flow right this way, or I can never seem to make it homey, or we're constantly getting into fights. Like, all of that outside of the human elements to that are signs that the house energy itself needs work. And when you, especially for you, when you renovate a house that, you know, it's down to bare bones, you're going to redesign things. You have such an opportunity to work with the energy of the house that the people who live there just adore it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I like it. That's why I have you in, because I want to see what we can do with it.
It was a lot of fun. I really love that one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't need to clear it until you're done.
Okay.
You know, and I say that because you're used to Blaine, where it's let me clear every so often. I don't think we've ever talked fully about Blaine. That might be a good one to talk about at some point, because that was
Next time.
Next episode.
if you want to talk about Blaine.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have you back on. I'm like, I love these like, I guess it's been monthly the past couple of weeks.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed me on. That makes me
Yeah.
happy. You're used to me having to come in because that was really intense energy that needed to be chipped away at. This is people have lived there. I'm assuming they lived a lot of life there.
Yep.
And the energy shows. Their imprint is there. That's to be expected. But that's an easy, once you're done, I'll know what's left over from, you know, all the work that you do. I can get the contractor's energy out of there, your energy out of there, and just leave this bubble of motherly goodness for whoever moves in.
Yeah. I mean, from what you were saying, there's so many things that make sense.
Oh, I love when I make sense.
The attic was neglected, but it had so much space.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you got up to the attic, did
No,
you?
you gave me no means
There
to
was
get up
no
there.
ladder.
You failed me. Wow, he just went
So
on
the
with that.
attic, the attic was a bit messy.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the downstairs was like the stuff that they kept because it's keepsake, but I almost felt like they went up to the attic to organize, and then they brought it down to the basement and then placed it in the area. But the upstairs was like your craft area where it's still kind of messy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going through newspapers, and I want to keep this one, I want to keep this one. Oh, this one's garbage. Floor. I want to keep this one, the next one, floor.
Oh,
so it was just like the sporadic
Yeah.
residue of what the basement was.
So it really was just kind of a useless space.
Yeah, it was just there. And I
Yeah.
got up there and I was like, why are they not doing anything with this? That was my first thought. I was like, you've got a whole nother floor to work with.
The attic really pulled me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the first place I went to after the initial read.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to go up there.
Yeah. So we've got 3 bedrooms and a bathroom going on upstairs.
Well,
Fantastic.
Now you know for next time to just bring a ladder with you.
Right, since I
Just
know that
strap
Marcus
it on
won't
the top of
help
your
me
car.
out.
There's
have
never
my
been
back.
a property that she's gone into where she didn't need a ladder. So I'm gonna
It's
have
true.
to get you one.
It's true.
So that was very cool. We're not going to do like an attic pull down. It's actually going to be a staircase that goes up.
Oh,
and I'll
that's
show
so
you.
cool.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's going to feel like it's an attic area, but it is going to feel like a second story.
Awesome.
As best as we can do it.
That's definitely
So
what the house
jealous.
wants.
The back area is going to be as many windows as we can put on it because it's going to
Excellent.
be like a shed dormer off the whole length of the back.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at the side of the house,
Send me the layout, please, as you're
I
talking.
will.
Because I need to see this as you're talking.
Okay, so as we are looking at the side of the house, like you're in the driveway looking the long way through the house, you will, the back half from the peak of the house is pretty much going to be like flat, almost flat, because we're raising that roof line up to grab some like headroom for it. And then we're going to have one dormer off the front because we're going to have one bedroom in the center of that house. The staircase is going to go over where the downstairs is. It's just going to stack on top. So it's going to, once you go into the kitchen and you turn right to go down that hallway, you'll be able to turn right and go right upstairs.
I like it. So how many total bedrooms then?
4.
Okay. That definitely will speak to a family.
Yeah, we're making the primary bedroom a little bit bigger because we're tapping into that middle bedroom
Yes.
where you felt like there was good energy.
Yes.
And then the other half of that middle bedroom is going to be part of the mudroom closet foyer area.
Do you know anything about the previous occupants?
Yep, I talked to whoever was in charge of the estate.
Okay.
We'll
Oh, that's
leave
right.
that
This was the
ambiguous.
estate sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the parents and them, they lived in their. The person and the carrier of the estate that I talked to has lived there his whole life. So it's been a family home, and that is actually how we got the house.
Oh.
Because they had other offers. One wanted to come in, make it a coffee shop. Another person wanted to demo it and make it something commercial. Another person had talked about demo and then just like trying to sell the land. And then I came in and was like, hey, I want to redo this house, but I want to keep some things about it. Like the shiplap that's on the top,
Yeah.
the ceiling. I was like, I'm going to do whatever I can to keep
Yeah.
that because I think that's such a cool feature.
Mm-hmm.
The fireplaces, I just want to fix them. Like, I think they're so cool. And the person who was in charge of the state that I was talking to, as well as the agent, were saying, like, they put that stuff in. They covered that with the shiplap and stained it. So when they were living in the house, they were renovating it. So it was kind of like a family project to get that stuff going.
If the parents have passed, I'm going to make the logical assumption that whoever was poking me in the head was the male, so the father.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder. I mean, I knew he was attached to the house because he didn't try to follow me home. But that makes me wonder how he's going to react with you guys making changes to something he's very obviously proud of.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to keep an eye on that.
I mean, we've ripped off some shiplap already, and he didn't seem angry. So
And
that was
none of
good.
would the crew tell you if something weird happened?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think he would move anything or make noises. He's obviously physical. So he would poke or make you itch something or give you a shiver, but I call it shiver bombs.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep an eye
We
out for
haven't
that
felt
stuff.
anything yet.
Knock on wood.
Right. But
Sorry, Mike.
but that was a big feature of us
Yeah.
getting this house. I mean, we weren't the highest bidder. We just wanted to come in and fix the home to make it. And the carrier of the estate that I was talking to, like, that made a huge impact for him or her.
Yeah. Maybe they can tell that he's doing it with good intention.
Yeah, and that
Yeah,
does
and that
go
was,
a long way.
That was the thing. Like, the agent told me, like, that is why you got this, is because you want to keep some of the stuff that they put into the house.
You just can't keep everything.
And well,
yeah.
Any time in this kind of situation where you've had a family home where someone in the family has passed, you always run the risk of, especially when you're renovating it, you always run the risk of if they're going to rebel while you're renovating. And a lot of people experience that. They're fine until they start knocking out a wall. And then, stuff starts to happen.
I can't help but when you talk about this, think about the house that my mom renovated from, 3 walls. And the new people that bought the house have since basically torn down everything and redone the entire house from the ground up. I mean, it looks amazing. But I just wonder what she was thinking up in the heavens, looking down, being like, was she angry because she made this house based off of a kimono that my father had given her. Like, it was the centerpiece of our house.
Okay.
So it just, I only wonder, like, what the contractors out there were dealing with during that same time.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, for sure.
Not everyone who is very, very, very attached to a home is going to stick around to throw a fit about it.
Well, she might be in Hawaii swimming with the dolphins too.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, if someone has finished a transition, this is a whole other conversation. But if they completed their transition, they're not sticking around, and it's not going to matter what you do to the place or if they approve or disapprove. But if you have someone who did not complete their transition for whatever reason, they're immediately going to go to where they've felt the most connected and felt the most at home, which is usually a family home. Then you can run into some issues.
Yeah.
And the only exception to that is Indian burial grounds. That has its whole other set of rules.
Yeah.
whole other conversation,
There's
you guys.
so many avenues I want
Yes.
to go and pick your
I
brain
know,
now.
And I'm trying to like
My-
paraphrase, and I know
my-
it just like gives you guys these little nibbles that I don't intend to tease you
My
with.
brain is just like spinning.
Do you know when they died?
I didn't.
Okay. Because
Ask
that
about
could
that one.
also impact, that might actually be why I couldn't connect with him and solidify some of this information. Is if he's in the middle of finishing his transition, he's kind of in and out anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many questions that I don't know. If it was
Why not?
husband, wife, they obviously both lived there. In the sequence that they passed, I don't know. Generally, you can say, all right, it's in an estate sale. So it takes some time from passing to who is carrying the estate, who's responsible to get rid of the property. That could take anywhere, I mean, 4 months to a year. So like it could be as recent as a year from when the last owner had passed. I don't know if that was male, female.
Right.
I'm not sure.
But a year in death terms is not that long.
Yeah. I mean,
So.
I'm ballparking with I don't really know what the timeline is,
Something
but
vibrating?
I think it was
Oh,
Marcus's
his
phone.
Marcus's phone.
Oh.
You're so popular.
I don't know. But I remember at closing, I was talking about what we want to do, and I've gone in the house a couple times now, and I've kind of got a concept of the floor plan, and I love the shiplap on the ceiling. I'm going to try to keep that. It's gotten to the point where we have a lighting issue because the top of that ceiling on the first floor is your subfloor on the on the attic. So now we run into lighting issues of how do we get lighting? And one easy solution is cover up the floor joist, which is what is wrapped in that shiplap.
Yeah.
But now if I wrap that, we lose the shiplap. I don't want to do that. So I'm just sitting here trying to brainstorm, like, how can we get lighting in between these floor joists that are covered, decorative, not ruin that feel of it, but still like get the functionality on the first floor, which
And
is what
that
I'm battling with.
Is the convergence between energetically what something needs or desires and the very logical human side of things.
Yeah.
And this is why a lot of homes are not built energetically sound, because the two are often hard to reconcile.
Right. And I'm not willing to just be like, all right, throw drywall up. We're going to put some can lights in. We're fine.
Are you looking for can lights? Or are you looking for like spotlights? Are you looking what kind of lights? Are you
I mean, track lights are out there. They've got like saucer LED lights where all we'd have to do is fur out like an inch or two in between the floor joists with the board, and you can like stick them in.
I have an electrician for you.
That's fine. I will definitely. I'll pick anybody's brain and I'll have him walk through and see what he can do.
And tell him that your energy person said that the house wants this.
Yeah. I mean, I did have an electrician walk through. He was like, yeah, we're going to have the lighting issue. I was like, yeah, I know we're going to have lighting issue. And he's like, well, your best solution is drywall over it. And I was like, unfortunately, that's not an option.
I have a question.
Yes.
May I
Do what?
have a question for you?
Oh, yeah.
Can I speak my question?
Yeah.
Well, you were talking, and you've done so good. I wanted to reward you. Are you going to have... Are you renting this place?
No.
So you're going to put it back up? Okay. Whoever buys it, after closing, are you going to say, hey, listen to this podcast episode?
I hadn't thought about it.
After closing.
Right. No, I haven't thought about it. I mean...
You should tell all of your clients or all of your prospective clients and clients that we have a podcast. Yay!
Cue spirit fingers. You guys didn't get to see that.
I mean, I will from now on, like even with tenants and with flips that we do, I'm going to introduce you into
Appreciate
them.
that.
So like if you have questions or you want to clear the space before you move in, here's Bobbi. She'll come help you out. And one last thing on floor plan in past, when I talked about using the attic, they were like, I didn't even think about that, but that's such a cool idea. Like, what do you want to do? And I was talking about how we're not going to do a pull down. We're doing a full staircase and it's going to look like it's part of the house. And they're like, that is such a cool idea. So even the people that lived there and held the estate were excited about that idea. So to see the house that was excited and the people having that space being utilized is pretty cool.
What did the rooms look like on the left side of the house? So looking into the house, left side. The order that I went in. when you first got in there?
All those walls are the original. We just took off the.
But wasn't there
wallboard.
stuff in there?
All vacant.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Didn't you
The
say
only thing that had stuff in it was the living room.
which was to the right?
Yep. When you're standing your back to the front door, if you look right, all of that had stuff.
Okay.
Attic had stuff, and basement had stuff. Everything
I
else was pretty much clear out.
feel one way or
Bathroom
the other
had
from-
its mechanicals, but even those were kind of old.
I didn't feel one way or the other about the kitchen or living room, but that makes sense. I mean, bedrooms are where we spend a ton of time. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
At least I do. My husband sleeps on the couch.
Sad day.
He snores too much.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. See, when my husband snores, I would like to kick him to the other room, but then all the dogs follow him, and then I it's just not right.
Oh no. One of the dogs sleeps with me. One of the dogs sleeps with Riley, and I feel really bad. I love him, but he's like a freight train. Like I have to wear headphones like this at
Yes.
night, just when even on a couch,
Yes.
like to sleep.
Yes.
Now,
I
granted, my
can't-
house is not big. There's not a lot of space in here, but come on.
Life or trying to sleep without Bernie on my feet and Cooper next to me, it's just not right.
Right.
So that saved him many a times when I
Oh,
was just staring at the ceiling like,
lucky
oh,
ducky.
God.
Either that or I'll go sleep on the couch. Just one of the two.
Yeah.
It's one of us on the couch.
Which I did do a couple times.
Yes.
Because that's snoring. It's real.
awful. Anybody else who deals with this, like, give us a thumbs up or like send us a comment.
We cannot
on
be
how
the
we can deal
only
with
people.
it. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Are you feeling good about the house?
I am.
Good.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I was really excited to tell you about it.
So much fun with you today, Bobbi. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm excited. It confirms a lot.
Ooh, tell me more about that. What does it confirm for you?
I mean, from what I felt from the old owners or what they wanted
Oh.
to see with it, the basement was, I mean, what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
What you were describing is exactly what it was. I haven't had, like, I got the eerie feelings at Blaine. I got all that negative.
So you're reading energy.
I told you about that. Like, you walk into everybody does. You walk into a space and you're like,
My husband does not at all.
Well,
He's,
then he
like,
doesn't read it the same way.
completely blocked off to it. Like, he just can't.
Is he a vet by chance?
Is he a what?
A veteran?
No.
That's the only time, like, consistently, the people that I see are very, very blocked off to reading energy are veterans.
No, he's just very regimented, though, like, in his day, like, to a T. He and I are very different in that way.
But-
Very.
everybody does it. Because I describe it as you walk into a room or like a meet and greet. You walk in and you start talking to people, and there are some people that did nothing wrong. They didn't do anything, but you just, I'm not going to jive with that person. Everybody has that moment. That
Yeah.
is literally you reading somebody else's energy.
So you can just do my job. I can retire.
No,
He
I
doesn't
can't.
do
I'm not that
either,
good at it.
though. He doesn't do that at all. Like, he just goes in there, like, with his professional hat on and, like, goes straight forward. And I'll read the people for him, but he's like, what?
But if you're so in your mind, you're not going to be at all. He can
Yes.
read energy.
Probably.
But when you're so in your head, you're turning yourself off to
I was going to say,
the other senses that you have.
he always says to me he has a million thoughts going on
Exactly.
in his head at one time, and it's so hard for him to turn it off even when he comes
Mhm.
home at night to
Mhm.
spend time with me. And I'm like, over here,
Mm-hmm.
over here.
This is why I have to meditate before any time I do work.
Gotcha.
Because if my brain is too full, it's not going to go well.
Understand.
Well, I feel like we covered a lot of ground.
I do too.
Yeah. And I know the show is kind of different than what it usually is, where we've got questions and we find out more, but this is kind of what the meetings look like. This is like behind the scenes of what it looks like when I get properties analyzed by Bobbi.
Complete with the coffee, actually.
Yeah.
And y'all, I didn't even like stop Marcus at like the hour mark. I let it go. Today
Yeah, we didn't-
because
we
I
did not
love
warn them.
this conversation. Like, this is good to me. I was totally looking forward to this today, and like I was just like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Just gonna go with the
I'm
flow.
proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
So yeah, it was a little bit longer of an episode, but it was good. And obviously you can see what Bobbi brings to reading homes. So like if you are interested, like I tell everybody to do, contact Bobbi, have her run through your home.
Walk. I won't run.
She does not run. That's not safe.
Yeah. We'll put all
But yeah,
the
have her
links.
walk through your home,
Make sure there's a
give
ladder.
some insight of the
Yeah.
background of it and what could be going wrong. It doesn't hurt. Everything is, for the most part, fixable.
99% of the time, it's all fixable and not scary.
And we'll put all the links in our show notes. So you'll have ways to contact her, ways to contact us, ways to book a session with her, or just talk.
Yeah. We're also going to put the floor plan so you can follow
Yes.
along. If you want to know where she is in the house, you can kind of see where she was standing and all that stuff.
I will hunt Marcus down for the floor plan. That I promise you.
You are going to need to hunt him down.
I know.
Just
That's
prepare
okay.
yourself for that.
But anyway.
But yeah,
This is also the Pick on Marcus show.
it is. It's great.
Someone needs to keep you in line.
Yeah.
And today I got picked on and I couldn't defend myself.
I know.
It was great.
That was fabulous.
That was
Definitely need to do this
self-imposed.
once a month.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
I'm letting you do the outro.
Oh, okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see y'all next week. Bye.